Happy New Year and happy Game 2 of the new Conference USA season. We are ready for Lady Topper basketball on the Hill inside Diddle Arena. Coming to you live on the Hilltopper Sports Network from Learfield. It's Louisiana Tech against Western Kentucky for the 51st time between these top two of the 13 winningest programs in NCAA women's basketball history. Brett Williams here with you. Thanks so much for coming along on New Year's Day. And it's time for the starting lineups. We'll get to them rather quickly for Louisiana Tech and for WKU. 4 guards and 1 forward. For La Tech, those guards are Kiana Walker, the aforementioned second-team all-conference pick, who is 5th in the league in scoring this year at 16.7. She's joined by the Tulane transfer, starting point guard Salma Bates, as well as the freshman from Ferrara, Italy, Sylvia Nativi, another freshman from Plano, Texas, Amaya Brannon, and the junior from Ruston, Anna Lar Robertson. For WKU, the same starting 5 we have seen in a while: Alexis Mead, Miral Abdelgawad, Maya Meredith, Macy Blevins, and the lone forward is Selma Kulo. We are underway inside Diddle. La Tech and WKU. Robertson with a touch just outside the paint to the left, steps back and hits the mid-range jump shot from about 13 feet. 2-0 Louisiana Tech, less than 20 seconds in. And now they call WKU with a backcourt violation, as apparently Miral Abdelgawad, who was hustling back across the timeline, she had already passed it forward to Alexis Mead. When Mead returned it to her, they said Miru's foot was still behind the line, and the ball evidently crossed it as well. And so it's a quick turnover, and La Tech basketball leading 2-0, 30 seconds in to this contest. La Tech moves from right to left here in the first quarter. Miral Abdelgawad now moving left to right as she gets a steal. Drives coast to coast, throwing it up over her head backward. Kisses it off the window and drops it home to tie the game. She was hoping for a foul there. Didn't get it. Didn't matter. She almost has another steal as she just got a tip off the pass intended for Sylvia Nativi, deep left wing. La Tech is coming out in its traditional Columbia blues, dating back to the long history of this program and original head coach Sonia Hogg. However, one of Hogg's other legacies, the sleeved jerseys, is not observed today. This is the first time in my 4 years with this program, as Walker splits the defense, drives it in, and lays it up and in, that I have seen La Tech come out in the Columbia blues without sleeves. They have red trim around the shoulders and down the side of the shorts. Tops in the traditional home whites trimmed in red, moving left to right. Maya Meredith misses the long 2, gets her own rebound. Up top, Miral Abdelgawad, fall-away 3 doesn't go, and Robertson chases it down in the corner for the Lady Techsters. 4-2 La Tech, 8:35 to go in our opening quarter. Here's Salma Bates, the new point guard, following the transfer within conference of Amber Dixon, who had been the point for several years for La Tech. She's now at North Texas. Bates enters from Tulane. Back up top to Sylvia Nativi, one of 5 freshmen for the Lady Techsters this season, matching the same number for the Lady Toppers. Driving in is Walker. She gets fouled by Miru and will shoot 2. Check that. They get Selma Kulo for a hand check right before Miru got involved. It is still a shooting foul. So that's the first foul of the game, and it will send Kiana Walker to the stripe. She is the 6th best free throw shooter in CUSA, 79.1% to this point. First one up and perfect. Walker has taken now 42 more free throws than any of her teammates, and as we told you in the pregame show, La Tech has taken way more free throws than its opponents on the season. With this one, it will be 104. And Walker hits them both 6-2 in favor of the visitors less than 2 minutes in. Tops won 98-88 to open league play against Southern Miss here on Thursday. La Tech lost at Marshall 62-44. Now Amaya Brannon with a steal. Mead telegraphed the pass intended for Abdelgawad. Waiting and hoping for a foul, but not getting one as Brannon. She still lays it in anyway. And La Tech with a strong start here on the road. They lead 8-2. They held Marshall to just 10 points in the first quarter of that game, but again only scored 15 themselves over the next 2. As Mead passes it into the post for Selma Kulo, a turnaround bank shot falls, and it's 8-4 La Tech. Selma Kulo, an early bucket just as she had the other night, had the first 2 points of the contest against the Lady Eagles, in fact. Salma Bates guarded by Maya Meredith, long way from the basket. Now to the right wing for Anna Lar Robertson, who squares up. Kulo draped over. Couple of dribbles. Robertson picks it up, hands it off. Kiana Walker, corner 3, line drive short. Rebounded by Abdelgawad. She tosses it over the shoulder of Meredith, who didn't see it originally, but eventually was able to recover. Alexis Mead now with it. Crossing over, Robertson driving down low, trying to hand it off for Kulo. and Robertson got her on the left wrist. So that's the first foul against La Tech today. WKU, traditionally the team that gets to the free throw line far more than opponents, so it will be a battle in that regard today. This, again, not a shooting foul, so we won't see them here. Nativi checks out. Robin Lee enters the game. Lee, one of just 4 returners from last year for La Tech, alongside Robertson, Walker, and Lotta Sant, who we have yet to see in this one. Meredith tries to get inside to Kulo as Robertson steps in the way and snatches it. Tops have now turned the ball over 3 times in the first 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Salma Bates working her way around. Robertson once again beyond the arc. She does not take shots from there, but evidently content with possessing it up there. Kiana Walker looking for contact, pulls up from 12 feet. Nothing comes. She airballs the shot on the other way, following the Abdelgawad rebound. Kulo tries a hook shot, hits the side of the backboard, and then the battle for the rebound is lost out of bounds off La Tech. .6:28 to go in our opening quarter. And we'll remind you that the MedCenter Health Stay Well Clinic offers primary care services for all stages of life. So call 270-721-7166 to schedule your visit today. Again, 8-4 Lady Texters. Maya Meredith trying to cut into that lead, and she does as she steps back and nails a right corner 3. It's a South Central Bank 3. South Central Bank, home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. Maya Meredith coming off a career-high 24 points against Southern Miss, only outdone by Abdelgawad's career-high 36. Pass looking for the post is deflected out of bounds off the tops. It will stay with La Tech. 6:08 to go in our opening quarter. Both teams 8-4 overall on the season, but the Tops one better in the record that now counts from here on out. Nearly a 5-second call. Salma Bates had to throw it to the corner, and Meade slapped it out of bounds, so we'll restart. WKU has forced a decent number of 5-second, 10-second calls, shot clock violations this season. Worst scoring defense in the league, but that does not tell the whole story. Salma Bates quickly off the return, takes a corner 3, misses it long off the heel, but Robin Lee chases down the offensive rebound for Louisiana Tech. Now up top, foul line J from Robertson, also off the heel, and another offensive rebound by Lee. So La Tech's possession continues. Now Walker looking to drive, elevates from the block, hits the side of the backboard. It goes out, but apparently hit a Lady Topper en route. I didn't see it, but they're going to give it still to La Tech. As Brooke Storr heads to her bench to provide some reinforcements, we see Sylvia Nativi check back in, and we see for the first time Mackenzie Worm, who is that's Kate Thompson. Similar build, similar numbers. I saw 33, instead it's 32. Both interesting stories. We'll get to them in a moment. Robin Lee at the elbow kicks it back out to Salma Bates. Alexis Meade all over her. 5 seconds on the La Tech shot clock, and the Tops force a turnover as Robin Lee gets the pass in the corner and had her left foot along the sideline. So a very solid defensive effort for WKU. Gave up a couple of offensive rebounds on that possession, but ultimately no quality shots and no points for the Lady Texters. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. La Tech up by 1. Meade working hard with the left hand, penetrates the lane and floats one from 6 feet off the square and in. 9-8 Lady Toppers in front on a 7-0 run after the Lady Texters led 8-2 off the bat. Next stoppage should be our first media timeout in a TV deep right wing. Looking to feed the high post for Brannon. Maya Meredith got in the way. Mad scramble on the floor. It's a jump ball, and possession favors WKU. Another strong effort. The Tops forced turnovers among the best in the country, 20th most per game of any team in the land at 22.2. And they have a +2 turnover margin. That is 6th best in the league. Still yet to see any substitutions from Greg Collins' bunch. We will now presumably see some at the aforementioned media timeout. We have ticked down under 5 minutes, so definitely the next stoppage will send us to break. Meade gets inside. Walker picks her pocket, but the ball rolls over the baseline, and it will stay with WKU when we come back. 4:52 to go in the first quarter. Tops on a 7-0 run. Lady Texters haven't scored in 3 minutes. It's 9-8 WKU. 51st all-time meeting between these two. Looking forward to having you on as we continue our coverage from Diddle right after this. You're listening to Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. Brett Williams here with you inside EA Diddle Arena. Glad to have you along. Happy New Year to you. Hopefully you have some black-eyed peas and smoked oysters and all of that good stuff today. Let's get 2022 off to a great start. Tops are up 9-8 over Louisiana Tech. It was 8-2 Lady Techsters in the early goings, but the Tops have held La Tech scoreless with some very solid half-court defense, couple of forced turnovers over the last 3 minutes. And it is WKU basketball. Macy Blevins inbounding it under the Tops basket. We see Jalen Foster in for the first time. Otherwise, the rest of the starting lineup, save Selma Kulo, is intact. And a double team between Lotta Sant in the game for the first time for La Tech and Kate Thompson on Foster results in a tie-up. And so the arrow favors the Lady Techsters this time. So it's Sylvia Nativi now controlling the offense with Bates on the bench. Walker, Sant, Lee, and Thompson, the other 4 Techsters on the floor. Robin Lee in the right corner. Explodes off the dribble, gets stopped by a double team, now swallowed up, loses control of the ball, and it goes out of bounds without a deflection. So another forced turnover by the Tops. Each team has committed 4, and the scoring drought for the visitors will continue. Speaking of droughts, mention that the Lady Techsters have a 27-23 advantage in the all-time series, but they have not won here at Diddle Arena since December of 2009. 12 years since the last time La Tech came here and beat the Tops. As a matter of fact, WKU had a 10-game winning streak in the series that lasted a decade that was snapped in the second of these two teams, the two battles between these teams in Ruston last year. Turnover as WKU was not on the same page. Meade and Meredith looking for one another down along the left baseline. It went out of bounds, and so it's La Tech basketball. Kate Thompson in the short corner, left side, drives in and walks with it before the layup attempts. So it comes right back to WKU. Of course, last year was that quirky Conference USA schedule due to COVID where teams played each other twice in the same place, back-to-back days on the same weekend, and WKU went down to the Thomas Assembly Center and took on these Lady Techsters twice to open conference play as Alexis Meade blows by everybody, drives and lays it in with the right hand. It is 11-8 WKU and a 9-0 run that has now lasted over 4 minutes. Looks like this Lady Techster offense is stalling as it did in Huntington 2 nights ago. Tops won the first of those two battles 61-55. They lost the second 58-52. Those in early January of the calendar year that has recently expired. Salma Bates tosses one up from the CUSA logo with the left hand, tried to get the soft touch, didn't go. Meredith with the defensive rebound for WKU. Now she drives the other way, floats one from the same spot on the other side. It's around and out and out of bounds. Annalar Robertson returns for La Tech. She has 2 points today. Kiana Walker 4, Amaya Brannon 2, and that's it. It looks like the same scoring line essentially as the other night. Again, Walker 21 points, Robertson 12. The entire rest of the team combined for 11 as the Lady Techsters put up 44 points in a loss. 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 11-8 Lady Toppers. Robin Lee left side, guarded by Abdelgawad, who gives her some space. She loses her dribble entering the lane, but somehow shovels it free. Right wing 3 from Bates is in and out, rebounded again by Maya Meredith. She has 3 boards, leading all players in that category today. Abdelgawad, left wing 3 on the way from Blevins, all the way around and out. That thing bounced around the rim but did not go. And La Tech with another defensive rebound. Louisiana Tech has not scored in over 5 minutes now as Meade commits a foul on Salma Bates just across the timeline. That is her first and the team's second. We've only seen 3 fouls called in this game. And now we see Hope Savori enter for the first time as Blevins has a seat. And we'll see Amaya Brannon check back in for La Tech in favor of Robin Lee. Again, only 4 returners for the Lady Techsters from last season. They added 9 players, 5 freshmen and 4 transfers. All pretty good ones. Kiana Walker, one of those returners. To Lotta Sant, another. To one of those transfers, Salma Bates. Back into a third returner, Robertson. Her fall-away J from the right block is short. The scoring drought continues, and the Tops with another defensive rebound. They are out-rebounding La Tech 7-6 thus far. On the drive, Abdelgawad back up top. Meade thought about a catch-and-shoot 3. Dribbles between her legs. Step back, handoff. Hope Savori 3, perfect. All set up by the nifty moves of Alexis Meade. feigning the drive, then the shot, then the last-minute dish. Savory left completely uncovered, and she buries the straightaway three. It's 14-8 Tops. Walker on the drive, layup, and the foul ends the scoring drought at 5 minutes and 51 seconds. But it allowed the Tops to go on a 12-2 run over that same stretch, I should say. And they have a 4-point lead. Kiana Walker can try to make it 3 here. That's what Walker does about as well as anybody in this league. Driving, finishing, getting fouled. She misses the free throw, though, this time. And Maral Abdelgawad is there for the rebound for WKU. So it remains a 4-point Tops lead. Maya Meredith, left corner three, bombs away. And Meredith has her second corner tray in the early goings. It's another South Central Bank three. South Central Bank, home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. And it's 17-10 Tops. Bates muscles her way in, but walks before getting fouled by Meredith. Turnover number 7 in the first quarter by La Tech. Tops lead by 7, 90 seconds to go. Roughly, officially 125 in this opening quarter. Alexis Mead getting worked on by Kiana Walker. La Tech in the man defense. Walker slips past Jalen Foster, who tried to set a high ball screen. That was a veteran move by the senior from Lenoke, Arkansas. Behind the back dribble, Abdelgawad now lobs it in. Handoff by Mead to Meredith, crashing in. She loses her balance, goes to the floor. The ball slingshots out and over the baseline. Turnover number 6 by WKU. So 1:01 to go in the first quarter. Mead out, Jenna Walker in for the first time today. As the Tops lead by 7, it's La Tech ball with the final minute of the first quarter on tap. Bates across midcourt was the 6th player in the lineup at Tulane last year, 6 in points per game as well. Feeds the post. Robertson, the putback, no. Third chance, Brannon is fouled. They will get Jalen Foster on Brannon's route airborne, I should say. Amaya Brannon, freshman from Plano, Texas, nearby to Frisco, where Conference USA's tournament will once again be held second week of March this year. First full week of March, if you want to put it that way. Brannon's free throw in and out, so La Tech 2 of 4 from the stripe today. Again, 74.9% as a team on the season. That is second best in the league. Second one for Brannon. Clangs around but falls in. 17-11 WKU. 42 seconds left in our opening quarter. Meredith got away with a walk. Finds Savory right side, but she travels, and this time they call it. Abdelgawad clapping it up at half court, saying, let's go, trying to refocus the team after a subpar possession. La Tech with a little bit of momentum here, but still down by 6, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. The dish down low. Robertson rushed her layup, I should say. Missed it long. As you hear from the pep band, they're saying air ball because that's exactly what happened. She banked it high off the glass. It angled down off the other side, did not hit the rim, and ended up out of bounds off a deflection. It's Lady Topper basketball with the shot clock off. 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. Walker and Savory back and forth, top of the key. Hope now dribbling it across her body at the red towel logo. Hands it off. Walker thought about a three. Now steps back into a deeper one. It's off the mark. Her momentum carried her to the left, and so the ball did as well. Rebound ricochets out of bounds. Last touch by a Lady Topper. 17-11 WKU. 7.4 seconds left in the first quarter. La Tech has gone one of its last 12 from the floor, trying to change that here. Amaya Brannon, pull up from the CUSA logo, tried to get it over the front rim. Instead, it went off the left side, and the ice-cold shooting by the Lady Techsters continues until the end. Greg Collins, meanwhile, summoning the referees as we go into the break at the end of one to get his point in edgewise. He's rather adamant, pointing and yelling, and we'll see if he gets his way as time goes on. I do think they missed another travel down low. That seemed to be the crime of choice the other night as well. 17-11 WKU after one. The second quarter is next on the Hilltopper Sports Network from Learfield. Second quarter underway here inside Diddle Arena. WKU 17, Louisiana Tech 11. Second game of 18 in the Conference USA slate this season for both squads. I'm Brett Williams, glad to have you along inside Diddle Arena on New Year's Day as Miral Abdelgawad drives baseline, banks the shot up and in, and she now has 4 points on the day. Again, she has gone for at least 33 in 3 of her last 4. 19-11 tops. Corner 3 from Lotte Santos in and out. Abdelgawad with the rebound. And now she hustles it across half court only to slow it down as La Tech's defense got back well in transition. With those 3 33-point outings this season for Miru, 233, 136 to be exact, she is only one of 2 players in the country to have done that to this point. The other one is Macy Blevins, misses a shot to the left side, rebounded by La Tech. The other one is a player that WKU saw earlier this season, Ayoka Lee at Kansas State, and boy, is she a handful down low. Gabby McBride into the game for the first time by the tops is providing a couple of good pressures on the far sideline and then forces a turnover along a baseline bounce pass. Abdelgawad crosses over, handoff wide open, trailing 3, Blevins in and out. Rushed it perhaps a bit. It did not go. Should have had one earlier that rattled around and came back out. And she comes up empty this time as well. Now Abdelgawad with a steal off of Maya Brannon. Miru streaking away behind the defense. Right-handed layup from the left side is good. 21-11 WKU. Again, they trailed 8-2 in this one. So they are outscoring La Tech 19-3 over the last roughly 7.5 minutes, let's say. The lob pass, Walker looking inside for a pair of posts, doesn't get anywhere. Abdelgawad passes it coast to coast for Savori, and her layup falls. Timeout called by Brooke Storr. Fans on their feet inside Diddle. A great surge by WKU that's been ongoing for quite some time. They now lead at 23-11 as La Tech once again cannot seem to score when they so badly need to do so. We're back in 60 seconds. You are listening to Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. WKU enjoying opening Conference USA with a homestand. They will head on a 3-game road trip over the next 2 weeks, going first to FIU next Saturday, then to Rice and North Texas after that. And they're trying to head into that swing 2-0 in league play. Off to a good start in that regard, beating Southern Miss by 10 on Thursday and leading La Tech by 12, 23-11, with 8:11 to go in the second quarter. Again, La Tech led this game 8-2. It is a 21-3 run ever since that point. Walker, Blevins, Savori, McBride, Abdelgawad on the floor for the top. Salma Bates walks with it, trying to enter the paint. And so right out of the timeout by La Tech, it's a quick turnover, and WKU basketball once again. On the floor for the Texters, Kiana Walker, Lotte Sant, Salma Bates, Annalar Robertson, and Sylvia Nativi. Jenna Walker controlling the offense for now. 3-point guards on this team for WKU. Meade, Walker, and Savori. And then there's Macy Blevins, shooting guard on this team, point guard through most of her life as well. She tries another 3 straight away. It's off the back rim and rebounded by Louisiana Tech left side. Bates to the left side for Sant, looking to get it into the block, and she does for Robertson, who nearly missed another layup, but this time gets the friendly roll, and it's 23-13 Lady Toppers. 7.5 to go in our second quarter. Blevins picks up her dribble, throws it to nobody, and the TV comes up with a steal for La Tech. Dribbles it across the timeline, stopped by Savori. Swings it down to the left side for Kiana Walker, who has 6 points and leads all Lady Texters in that category, but just feels like she's having a rather quiet day. Into Annalar Robertson, high post, driving to the short corner, blocked by McBride as Robertson comes back down to the floor. That's good for a jump ball. It will stay with Louisiana Tech. McBride comes out, getting a lot of love from the bench. Couple of very decent defensive possessions by Gabby McBride, who has come along in this game. Coach Collins has talked about her, or come along in this season, I should say. Coach Collins has had some very kind words for her about her recent stretch. 13 rebounds, 3 blocks over her last 5 coming into today. Now a quick shot off the inbounds from Walker, ends up short. Abdelgawad the rebound, launches it down the floor for Savori. Her layup is missed long, however, and it's back to La Tech. 23-13 WKU. Savori with a near steal. Forced Bates to think about it. Recover her dribble. Now kicks it out to the corner. Lotte Sant from distance, and she nails it. Lotte Sant, the junior from Amsterdam, has been a 3-point specialist throughout her La Tech career, but that is only her 4th make in 18 attempts in now 5 games against WKU. We just have never seen the best Lotte Sant from beyond the arc. And now a moving screen called on Jalen Foster. That's her second foul. And the team's second in this second quarter. As all of a sudden, La Tech has scored the last 5 points. And now takes possession back with 6.5 to go in the first half. Still not seen, and check that. That is actually 3 fouls on Jalen Foster now. 1 on Alexis Mead, 1 on Selma Kulo. Those are the 5 that have been called on WKU today. Lotasant lets fly from the corner, leaves this 3-ball well short. Rebounded by WKU once again. Tops by 7, trying to end a mini La Tech run as Abdelgawad drives but gets stopped by a double team and then double dribbles. And just like that, WKU hasn't scored in 2:05, has turned the ball over 3 times in that stretch. And both teams have coughed it up 10 times in the first half. So Lady Techsters now with it, trying to cut back into this Tops lead. Walker getting a bit handsy up top with Bates, but nothing called. Walker back around to Bates. That is Kiana Walker, I should say. Bates guarded by Jenna Walker. Down low, Robin Lee, turnaround jump shot from 12, no good. Rebounded by Macy Blevins, far side. Ahead to Walker, now to Abdelgawad. Tops pushing it down low. Selma Kulo, stop and pop and got it. That's a great play in transition. 4 Lady Toppers touching the basketball, and Kulo making no mistake with the finish. Selma up to 4 points, which ties her season high. And it's a 9-point affair once again. WKU in front, 25-16. Bates, couple of crossovers. Runs into Abdelgawad, ball loose. Miru picks it up, shovels it along the ground for Hope Savori. And the Tops have it. They don't have numbers. Ahead to the right wing for Macy Blevins. Stops and starts. Floats one. Looking almost like an alley-oop. Josh Anderson on the other side might have slammed that. Selma Kulo not so much. And it's intercepted at the last moment by the Lady Techsters. On ahead, here comes Salma Bates driving all the way in, then around along the charging arc. Pulls up long 2 from the right corner and swishes it. Bates called her own number and finished from 20. And she is now on the score sheet today with her first bucket. 25-18 WKU. Savori, left-handed chest pass on a cross. In rhythm 3 from Blevins. And you bet she's going to knock that one down. Could not have a more in-rhythm, on-balance 3. Only a matter of time before Blevins hit one. She's 1 of 4 today. And the Tops lead by 10 again. 28-18 the score. Greg Collins about to employ a line change. 4 Lady Toppers waiting at the scorer's table. Jump ball. Possession back to WKU. And now here come Alexis Mead, Maya Meredith, Tori Hunter, and Teresa Faustino, as Macy Blevins is the only Lady Topper to remain on the floor. 4:26 to go in our first half. Tops by 10. As Alexis Mead takes back over at the point. High ball screen by Tori Hunter, who only saw 1 minute on the floor against Southern Miss. Kicks it out to Mead, left wing. Couple of dribbles in and out. Now a corner 3 from Meredith. Can she get her third today? No. It's tipped out by Robertson. Make that stunt. And recovered by Robin Lee. Lee in transition. Banks it in. Kind of a tough off-balance shot, kind of falling toward the basket. But she banked it in off the square. It's 28-20 WKU. Sylvia Nativi getting ready to check back in. Top of the key, this is Tori Hunter waiting for something to happen. She tries a behind-the-back pass to Meredith. Lee slipped in there and took it away. Now Lee one-on-one down the floor. Layup falls around Meredith. 28-22 WKU. Tops have led by as many as 13. That lead down to 6 at this point. Teams have each scored 11 points in this second quarter. Mead works her way in. Now back out to Blevins, guarded by Sant. Blevins backs her down, comes into the block, swings it behind her to Meredith, tips it to Mead. Fall away, no, off the front iron. And Meredith with the offensive glass, fouled over the back by Robertson. That is her first personal foul. I think I had called one on her earlier. Instead, that was on the TV, so just one apiece. Only 2 fouls called on La Tech in the game to this point. And you can see why they have such a free throw advantage over their opponents. Clearly disciplined and not getting a lot of fouls. 3:14 to go until we reach halftime. Mead, couple of dribbles to her right, swings it back to the left side for Faustino. Drives, kick out, Blevins. Can she get 2 straight threes? No, off the front rim. Mead collects it. Third chance. Faustino now, open left wing tray, in and out as well. Blevins the tip, can't save it, and it's Lady Techster basketball. Tops are now 4 of 12 from downtown. La Tech just 1 of 5. You knew WKU was going to take a whole lot more threes than Louisiana Tech. We told you the Tops are second best in the league in makes per game from distance. La Tech third lowest. Here comes Sylvia Nativi alongside Sant across half court. Nativi guarded closely by Meade. Talota Sant in the corner, the two Europeans. Italy and the Netherlands represented here. On the drive, the kick out, Robin Lee from 3, short-armed it, rebounded by Teresa Faustino, who goes 1-on-4 up the floor for the top, slows it down, thought about getting it down to Selma Kulo, who's back in for Tori Hunter, and now up top to Meade, who crosses over Sant, drives low, bounce pass block to block. Kulo sends it back out for Meredith, who drives on Walker and gets fouled. Heady play by Maya Meredith, working hard on Walker and forcing the issue much as her counterpart does on the other side. And we will see the first free throws of the day for WKU as Meredith steps up, the freshman from Taylor Mill, Kentucky, who again had a career high in scoring against Southern Miss, but also added 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, and 1 steal, and a whole lot of other deflections as well. Hits the first free throw, 29-22 WKU. Second one up. And just as perfect as the first. 30-22 Tops, 2:21 to go in the first half. Tops have won 10 of their last 11 in this series, though they still trail 27-23 all time. Lady Texters, the 4th winningest program in women's basketball history, dominant in the days of Leon Barmore back in the 90s. What battles between Barmore and Sanderford's Lady Toppers. Meade, the stop and the start, maintained her balance, kept on dribbling, got down low, missed the layup, and the rebound fought for jump ball possession, La Tech. Of course, Louisiana Tech dominant in both the Sun Belt and the WAC in its history. Their last title, however, of any kind was the 2011 WAC regular season crown. They have yet to win either title, regular season or tournament, in Conference USA. They have 36 overall conference crowns over their first 2 leagues. 1:42 to go in the half. Robin Lee pull up Jay from the free throw line. Short. Rebounded by Maya Meredith left side. Meredith with 8 and 6 to this point today. Just 1 rebound off her career high. To the high post, Kulo. Took steps. That was a quick whistle that time. Still probably the right call. 90 seconds exactly remain. Greg Collins shrugging his shoulders a little bit as he once again has a word with one of the officials. Seems like for 2 games, the traveling violations have been a little inconsistent on both sides. WKU is only 1 of its last 7 from the floor, but that has accompanied a 206 scoring drought for the Lady Texters. And a stoppage for off-the-ball foul on WKU far side. The region's largest healthcare provider, MedCenter Health, is proud to offer support to WKU athletics. MedCenter Health, the care you need, right here. Jenna Walker back in as Meade heads out. Final minute 16 to go. And that was Lexi's second personal, so no chance that Coach Collins would risk her playing the final minute and change of this half. Walker out of control to the bucket, tossed it up underhanded, looking for contact, got none, hits the underside, and out of bounds it goes. So it's Jenna Walker, Macy Blevins, Teresa Faustino, Maya Meredith, and Selma Kulo for one of the final possessions of the first half. Final 60 seconds until we hit the break. Walker picks up her dribble, swings it left side. It is deflected by Lotta Sant, and then the pursuit out of bounds, won by nobody, so it stays with WKU. Blevins will inbound it right in front of me. On to Jenna Walker, left side. To a 5 impact freshman for WKU, a recruiting class that has gotten a lot of respect around the league already. Selma Kulo down low off the feed from Walker. Walker pumped up with the pump of the right fist following that assist, as Selma Kulo has a new season high of 6 points. And by my money is playing her best basketball that I have seen this year. 32-22 Tops, and now a walk by Robin Lee. Jenna Walker fired up again as she forced it with some great defense up top. Jenna Walker plays with about as much passion as you would see from anybody in the country, except maybe her own teammate, Miral Abdelgawad. And let me tell you, the synergy between those two is something special. So much, in fact, that Walker invited Miru to come down to Priceville, Alabama, and enjoy Thanksgiving with her family. That must have been a party. 20 seconds left in the half. 32-22 WKU, and the Tops look like they're holding for the last shot. Negligible difference between the game and the shot clock. Walker now moves and elbows Kiana Walker, so not what the Tops were looking for, and that's an offensive foul. So a turnover. And now La Tech can take the last shot and try to get this to single digits before the break. In a game in which, once again, the Texters' offense has been really non-existent. Lotasant to inbound from the right side into Salma Bates. La Tech has to move. 7 seconds and 6. Backing down on Jenna Walker. Bates across half court. Kicks it to the corner. Sant, 3-ball, but she's fouled by Blevins. And so Lotasant will shoot 3 free throws with 1.6 seconds to go until the break. Lotasant 6 for 6 from the stripe this season. And I promised you in the pregame I would tell you about one particular game that was logic-defying in terms of a free throw advantage for the Lady Texters. Sant swishes the first. 2 games ago against McNeese State, this is not a misprint or a misspeak. Louisiana Tech went 40 of 46 from the free throw line. I'm going to say that again, 40 of 46. McNeese was called for 32 fouls in that game, and La Tech took full advantage as they won that game going away, mostly because of their work from the stripe. As Sant hits all 3 of them here, inbound to Blevins, 3-quarter court heave, comes up well short. And so a bit of momentum as La Tech is fired up. Brooke Storr coming off the bench to high-five her team as they head to the locker room. But it's still a 7-point lead for WKU at halftime, 32-25. We'll have your halftime report with stats and recap when we come back. You are listening to Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. As we told you before, great history between these teams. WKU has played La Tech now 51 times all time. La Tech, the tied for 3rd most frequent opponent in WKU history. Lady Toppers, the 2nd most often played opponent in La Tech's history. And here we go in the 3rd quarter. WKU in white, moving from right to left in the second half. La Tech and the Columbia Blues, sleeveless this time, moving left to right. Corner 3 from Macy Blevins off the heel, tipped and grabbed by Annalar Robertson of Louisiana Tech. And now that ties the rebound total for the game at 18. 7-point lead for WKU, 30 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter. Robertson pulls up for an elbow jump shot that's off the mark and rebounded by Alexis Mead, who heaves it down the floor, looking for Meredith, stolen by Nativi. Back to Amaya Brannon, who spins down low, leaves a layup short. Rebound fought for and lost out of bounds by Brannon. And it's been that kind of early conference season for La Tech, just 44 points at Marshall, on pace for just 50 in this one. They have missed a number of layups today, wide open, that time a little bit contested, but if Brannon were a bit more composed there, she could have easily elevated for the layup and instead rushed it and ended up missing it short. 9:11 to go in the 3rd quarter, top still by 7. Mead stopping and starting along the baseline, threads it through traffic. Abdelgawad catch and shoot 3 well off the mark to the left, and it's picked up by Brannon. So both teams looking for points here in this early second half. Amaya Brannon, All-American nominee, McDonald's one of that in high school. And she throws it away, looking for Nativi at the La Tech sideline. It bounces free and out of bounds. So off-kilter start to the second half for both of these teams. And Brannon checks out. Lotasant checks in. 1 3-ball made, 3 free throws for Sans, the junior from Amsterdam, who won a bronze medal with the U16 Netherlands national team at the 2016 European Championships. Alexis Mead working on Sant and Robertson, both much taller than she. Bounce pass up top of Abdelgawad, straight up triple is good. It's a South Central Bank 3. South Central Bank, home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. Now, if you were with us on Thursday night, You heard Miral Abdelgawad hit 3 threes in the first minute and 21 seconds of the second half. Well, we've gone a minute and 40 into the half, so she can't quite match that. But does she start getting hot again? She of 3 33-plus point performances in her last 4 games. A lot of those have come in the second half, or in the Fairleigh Dickinson case, overtime of those contests. 4 on the shot clock. Walker, corner 3, Nativi with time, misses it wide open. Rebounded by Alexis Mead. Tops defended well for 28 seconds. Almost paid for the last 2 seconds, but Nativi missed. Meredith, right wing 3 on the other side. Swish. And the Tops go 2 for none in 3 ball. I was about to say 2 for 1, but Nativi missed on the other side, so it's 6 points for the Tops, none for the Lady Texters. And the largest lead of the game is restored for WKU at 13 points, 38-25. Western Kentucky. To the right side, Salma Bates. Lady Texters need some points. And Alar Robertson, deep left wing, guarded by Selma Kulo. That is Salma Bates and Selma Kulo, difference of a vowel. To the right corner, Walker, shot blocked by Meredith, coming out of nowhere. The shot clock expires. What a defensive effort by the Tops as the bench stands up and applauds. Maya Meredith came flying from the other side of the paint to jump into the right corner and slap that ball out of bounds. Well, actually, it didn't go out of bounds. It came back in bounds, and the shot clock expired in the interim. Maya Meredith has had a pair of excellent games on what has been increasingly a very impressive freshman season. She's second on the team in points and rebounds per game, third in field goal percentage. Has been in double figures now 9 times as she now leads all scorers with 11 in this one. Into the post, Selma Kulo lost control. Kate Thompson wrestles it away from her. Thompson, the Wisconsin transfer, played in 24 games for the Badgers last year. Now a drive along the baseline. Kiana Walker draws contact, and she'll get free throws. That will be the second personal foul on Macy Blevins. First foul called in the second half. Kiana Walker, again, a second-team all-conference pick last season. Led the team in field goal attempts by 132 a year ago, and coming into today, plus 47 in that category, so up to her old tricks. Hits the first free throw here. Head coach Brooke Storr said of Walker in the preseason, she's looking as balanced and composed as she has throughout her career. Or as I should say, she's looking as balanced, as composed as I've ever seen her in her career. And also spoke very highly of her growth as a leader throughout the offseason as well. She hits both free throws here. Up to 8 points on the night. 3 ball the other way from Abdelgawad, rattles out. And then a jump ball on the rebound. Kulo and Lee getting involved. And Lee's effort earns possession with the arrow back to the Lady Texters. Tops with a 3-quarter court press on. Mead harassing Sylvia Nativi, forcing her to pivot back to the other side, come back across. She gets across the timeline now and passes it to Kiana Walker, who sees some space, but we have a moving screen off the ball. Brooke Storr a bit incredulous at that call. That's the first on Kate Thompson, as the officials now gather together to discuss that call further. Storr waiting, interested behind that gathering. But nothing changes. Brooke Storr in her 6th year at the head coaching position of her alma mater. Storr played for the Lady Texters from 1998 to 2002, and when she finished, at the time, she was the all-time NCAA career leader in free throw percentage. So clearly this year's team has taken after its head coach. Right wing, Mead fakes the overhead pass, now delivers a chest pass to Meredith. Tops doing a 4-woman weave around the top of the key in the right wing. Now they get it to the left side. Back into the post. Blevins stops, starts, and travels. 5:55 to go in the third quarter. 38-27 WKU. Margin in this quarter is 6-2 Lady Toppers. Sylvia Nativi trying to blow past Maya Meredith. That's hard to do, and she found out as she had to immediately stop and dribble the other way instead. Now lobs it into the high post. Robertson squares up. A little deflection from Meredith yet again. Getting her hands in and making a play as Alexis Mead able to snatch that slightly loose ball and then draw contact from Robertson in transition. So 2 fouls on the team as well as on Robertson herself. And it's back to the Lady Toppers leading by 11. They have not scored in 2-10, but have still outscored the Texters by 4 in this quarter. Mead gives up a corner three, swings it hard across to Blevins, reverses it further. Abdelgawad, right corner three, short. Rebounded by Lee, 20 feet from the bucket. Mead almost stole it from her, but instead fouled her. Check that, it was Maya Meredith who spun into Lee as the two of them went for her at the same time. Maya's first foul of the day and the team's second, as Hope Savory tosses aside her warm-up jersey and enters the game. Savory had a great game the other night as well. 8 points against Southern Miss, 4 rebounds, a season high, 2 assists and 1 steal. To the high post, Lee, turnaround jump shot, airballed short. Maya Meredith couldn't quite hang on to the rebound. And so baseline out of bounds for the Lady Texters down low. The officials discussing matters once more. Do you need help caring for your elderly loved ones? If so, please contact the Barron River Area Development District office at 1-800-395-7654 for more information. And now the officials will say a quick word with each head coach. One very quickly with Storr. Now another comes over to talk with Greg Collins. I really don't know what that was about. Nothing seems to have come of it. Sylvia Nativi will inbound to the left side of the bucket, at least from her perspective. Right side, if you're imagining the picture that I'm painting. Quick inbound to Walker, who misses from just outside the charging arc. Selma Kulo gets the rebound, and the tops are away. La Tech simply cannot buy a bucket. On the drive, Mead stripped by Kiana Walker, picked up by Robin Lee. And the Texters have it back. Next stoppage will get to a media timeout. Halfway home in the third quarter. Tops trying to go to 2-0 in conference play and protect home court to end 2021 and kick off 2022. On the drive, Walker explodes into the paint, tosses it up after getting fouled. It does not go, but she'll shoot free throws on the backside of this break. Both teams in a bit of a scoring drought, but the Tops still lead by 9, 38-27 over Louisiana Tech. You are listening to Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. Kiana Walker shooting free throws as we resume play here in the third quarter. 4:45 to go in that frame. WKU 38, Louisiana Tech 27. Much lower scoring contest than the one we saw 2 nights ago, in which WKU and Louisiana Tech combined for 186 points. Tops won that 98-88. La Tech up to 28 points as Walker cans the first free throw. Next free throw would put her in double figures, but it does not go. And the rebound won by Abdelgawad, right side. Miru falling into the band, but saves it back to Jenna Walker. And the Tops have control, leading by 10. Jenna Walker, left side to Hope Savory. Takes a look around, up top to Miru, and now the reset to Hope, who will run point on this possession. Maya Meredith up top. Jenna Walker. Tops have yet to get inside the arc as Gabby McBride is now into the game. Walker, the handoff to McBride. Now the Tops are inside 21 feet. Baseline J, short and out of bounds off of WKU. The battle of the post today, the Tops have had the advantage, 18-12 in points in the paint. Selma Kulo has 6 of them. Anelar Robertson just 4. Junior and the second leading scorer and third leading rebounder in the conference. Second leading scorer on the team, let me clarify. And now, just as I say that, she gets it down low and puts it up off the glass and in. Up to 6 points and 6 boards on the afternoon, but still a very quiet day, it seems, for Anelar Robertson and really the rest of the Lady Texters. 38-30 the score, Tops by 8. Would love to get an offensive surge here, and you know If you followed the Lady Toppers all year, they are capable of scoring in bunches. Abdelgawad forces the issue, getting down low, drawing contact, and she'll head to the line. That's the third on Robertson, so we'll watch that as we go along. Lexus Mead, by the way, picked up her third foul a little bit ago. So she is out with 3. Jalen Foster had 3 in the first half as Abdelgawad hits the first free throw. And Robertson, the first Lady Texter, with not only 3, but any more than just 1. Second one from Miru is short, tipped by Thompson, secured by Robin Lee. Lady Texter basketball here, though Lee being harassed by Jenna Walker, gets it free to Kiana Walker, and La Tech controls. On ahead, 39-30, tops McBride with a big block, but not without contact on Kiana Walker. It was close to being pretty. Kiana went tumbling down below the baseline, but I think McBride's right hip made contact with Kiana's left hip before McBride hooked her arm into the ball and just slammed it to the floor. So Walker back to the stripe. First free throw up to 10 points. She has now been in double figures in every single game this season. Again, the 5th leading scorer in CUSA on the year, 16.7 points per game. She has 11 here as she hits them both. 7-point game, 39-32 tops. WKU led by quite a bit against Southern Miss the other night by 13 at one point. Lady Eagles cut it all the way back down to 2. Tops kept building it out. They only trailed for 37 seconds of the entire game. But it was just one of those where the opponent just kept hanging around a bit longer than the Tops would like. La Tech is doing the same. Savory misses a left wing 3, but Gabby McBride outworks 3 Lady Texters for the rebound, only to turn it over, and then the Texters turn it over as well. Savory picks Nativi's pocket. Controlled layup from the right side falls. Great job turning defense into offense, and then Savory tried to pop it loose from Nativi, but got called for the foul in the process. That's her first. Coach Collins pointing to his head, saying not the right time to make that call. Or make that foul, I should say, make that effort. And that happened a couple of times last season. Hope Savory has always been a tremendously confident player. But Coach Collins has implored her at times to make a little bit more consistent, good decisions, because sometimes she'll be a little bit too aggressive, gamble a little bit defensively, a bit more than he would like her to, and sometimes that will result. That is also the 5th team foul against WKU, so it puts a very good free throw shooting team on the line on the other side. Case in point. Coach Collins has said he's worked with Hope on, and he said he's noticed her improvement in this category as she has been focused on improving her presence defensively, meaning not gambling as much, just being present, being where she needs to be, providing that pressure. Sometimes it works, as it just did there at half court, and she took a steal and took it the other way for a layup, but comes and goes. Her confidence, though, never wavers, and that's a wonderful thing for the reigning co-freshman of the year in CUSA. First free throw does not go for Nativi. The second one does. It is 41-33 WKU, and the Tops will take the 2 for 1. 2:51 to go in the third quarter. Jenna Walker controls. Up top, the Miral Abdelgawad. 10.7 rebounds, 2 assists on the day for Miru. Maya Meredith loses control right in the corner. Double team. Greg Collins bails her out with a timeout. Both teams have 3 remaining for the rest of the game, and we'll take 1 as well. 41-33, WKU over La Tech. 2:42 to go in the third quarter. Trying to maintain their home dominance in this series. La Tech has not won here since 2009, and the Tops do not want to start off 2022 with a change of that streak. We're back in 60 seconds. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. Thanks a lot, Tyler. What a game that was. Certainly felt like La Tech would not let it get away from them. One of the favorites in the preseason for Conference USA this year. Well, let's see if the Tops can get a big bucket late and get out of there with a conference opening victory. Off the inbounds play, Maya Meredith misses a foul line jump shot. La Tech comes away with the rebound here on the women's side. WKU leading by 8, 41-33. And Amaya Brannon drives down baseline left side, gets fouled. She'll go to the stripe. And taking a look at the updated stats here for the third quarter, La Tech just 1 of 6 from the floor, but 6 of 8 from the free throw line. So without their free throws, which Brannon misses this one here, they really wouldn't even be in this game. They're only down 8. WKU just 3 of 9 from the floor in the third quarter and only 1 of 2 from the stripe. La Tech now as Brannon goes 0 of 2 this time, and the rebound is won by Maya Meredith. So a big missed opportunity by the Lady Texters, who have now out-attempted WKU in free throws by 14. They are 12 of 18. Tops are 3 of 4. Again, that continues a trend throughout this season for the Lady Texters, who then force a turnover off a moving screen by Gabby McBride. It is her second. I heard a fan behind me saying, "You're crazy, ref," but I think that was the right call. Only 9-8 the scoring in this third quarter. WKU in front. The other night, the Tops were able to enforce their style on Southern Miss. Today, I think La Tech has won the stylistic battle. But WKU still outscoring them by 8. Kiana Walker wants more, driving in, puts it up, no. Layup doesn't fall. She didn't go up strong with it. She was looking for a foul, didn't get one. Abdelgawad in transition to Maya Meredith, who was falling out of bounds. The pass a little bit long, and she threw it away to Salma Bates while trying to save it. Bates stops, loses control, tries to thread it through to Kate Thompson, and Jalen Foster takes it away to Walker, ahead to Miru. One dribble, the layup is good. 43-33 WKU. Miru up to 12 and now leads all scorers. Sounding like a broken record, but that's what she's done a whole lot lately. Kate Thompson backing down Maya Meredith. That could have been a foul offensively off the ball. 1:18 to go in the third quarter. WKU by double digits. To the high post, Thompson squares up, couple of dribbles, turns, looks, gets out, Bates. Couple of dribbles in, left side baseline jump shot short, tipped by Thompson, recovered by Abdelgawad. She's pushing it alongside Hope Savory 2-on-1 to the corner. Savory lets free, fly from distance, bang! Hope Savory with a clutch 3 and a big high five from Abdelgawad as they retreat down the hardwood. 46-33, WKU once again has its largest lead at 13. La Tech failing to capitalize at the free throw line and can hardly make a shot from the floor. Thompson throws one up with the left hand, no, off the heel, tipped. Robertson, the putback goes. Just as I say that, she has made both field goals that La Tech has hit in this third quarter. 46-35, Savory, same place, not quite the same result. This her 3-ball is long. And the shot clock is now off for the Lady Texters. 46-35, Tops by 11, 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Salma Bates, slow and steady from the Slim Chickens logo, deep left wing at Diddle Arena. To the side, Amaya Brannon kicks it back up top. 5 seconds now. Bates not showing any urgency. Now she does. Step back, contested shot, airballed well short. Jalen Foster may have even tipped it. And absolutely nothing for Louisiana Tech in the half court on that final possession of the quarter. Tops lead at 46-35 through 3 quarters. It may not be the prettiest. Brooke Storr, as a matter of fact, has said about her team, said it last year, no one's going to accuse us of being real pretty. They've just been tough and gritty. Well, this time the Tops are out toughing and out gritting them. Can they finish? We'll find out together when we come back. You're listening to Western Kentucky Women's Basketball from Learfield. Thanks, Tyler. Certainly an unfortunate result for the men. It almost is reminiscent of kind of a revenge game for La Tech from that comeback that the Tops pulled here in 2019-2020, and that Tavion Hollingsworth fantastic comeback at the end of regulation and overtime. I guess La Tech got its revenge today, but a great effort from the men. They'll be back for 3 straight home games starting next week. And in the meantime, WKU Lady Topper basketball can try to get a big win to open 2022 as they lead by 11 going to the fourth quarter against Louisiana Tech inside Diddle Arena. 46-35 the score. Tops turn it over in their first possession, but then La Tech coughs it right back up, and they call a jump ball. I'm not a big fan of that call. Jenna Walker looked like she had a clean swipe from Nativi, was on her back looking to get it free to Savory, and Nativi took her left hand and kind of reached underneath Walker's back and may have tugged at the ball slightly, but I don't like blowing your whistle in that situation. The arrow favors La Tech, as obviously Lady Toppers had it to open this fourth quarter. The officials are still gathering to me, and even though the Tops are not protesting this too much, I think they just gathered to talk about resetting the shot clock here, but to me that really shouldn't have been a jump. It should have been Jenna Walker's possession and see how it plays out. But In any event, 46-35 Tops, 9:35 to go in the game. La Tech wears Columbia blue, moves left to right. WKU in white, moving right to left. Nativi, Bates, Robertson, Thompson, and Walker on the floor for the visiting Lady Techsters. For WKU, Jenna Walker, Jalen Foster, Maral Abdelgawad, Maya Meredith, and Hope Savori. Miru and Maya, the two in double figures. The leading scorers the other night by a long shot. Leading by a more reasonable margin today. Off the inbound, Robertson turns, lays it up off the window and in. Hope Savori, by the way, also is in double figures. She has 10. 46-37 WKU as Robertson has now reached the 10-point mark. Jenna Walker, right side. Tops have to make sure they don't let Robertson get going. They also need to not turn the ball over. Jalen Foster throws it away to Kiana Walker at the top of the key, and Walker drives coast to coast for the lay-in. Back to a 7-point game, 46-39 Tops, 1:05 gone in the fourth quarter. Farmer-owned Prairie Farms, dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. We are Kentucky's dairy. Pass deflected out of bounds. It will stay with WKU as Macy Blevins and Selma Kulo check back in. Maya Meredith has a quick seat. And Jalen Foster heads out as well. Both teams with 3 timeouts in this one. No fouls called yet in this fourth quarter. Tops have only taken 4 free throws for the game. La Tech 18. That's exactly where the Lady Techsters want the game to be played. Jenna Walker orchestrating. No look pass. Blevins wasn't looking either. They were not on the same page. Greg Collins with 2 hands behind his head in frustration at that miscue. And now Jenna Walker hand checks Kiana Walker on her baseline drive. This is not a shooting foul, but it is the first team foul of the fourth quarter, and we'll be watching that. Second personal on Jenna. Tops have been called for 16 fouls in this game. La Tech just 6. A far cry from the 32-18 discrepancy in that McNeese State game when La Tech attempted 46 free throws, but still the same efficacy. 8:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Kate Thompson, left elbow, squares up, nearly had it stolen by Meade. Now finds Salma Bates at the right wing. Bates driving her way around, bounce pass to Kiana Walker, who gives up a 3, looking to drive. Selma Kulo with a big block. Abdelgawad the save, but it goes to Kiana Walker instead. Walker fouled this time by Meade. And that's 4 on Lexi. Unfortunate there. And that's one of those maybe where, as they say, you don't save the ball under the opponent's basket. Kulo had the block. It probably did not deflect off anybody else, would have stayed with La Tech, but Miru trying to make that extra play, that effort that is tremendous all the time, may have been a little bit misguided that time. She threw it behind her. Walker was there, got the steal. Now she hits the first free throw. And if she hits the second, it will be down to a 5-point WKU lead. And that's exactly what happens. La Tech on a 6-0 run in this fourth quarter. Top scoreless for the first 2 minutes, as Lexi Meade continues to play with 4 fouls. La Tech's bench getting a little louder. Lady Techsters have not won here since December of 2009. Hope Savori pump fakes the 3. Onto the left corner. Blevins steps on the sideline before shooting the 3. And it's another WKU turnover, now up to 24 in this game. La Tech has turned it over 21 times. Points off of turnovers, 19 for WKU, 17 for La Tech, who can cut it to a 1-possession game here. Kiana Walker is fouled 25 feet from the bucket by Macy Blevins. That's third on Macy. That's the third on Macy, the third on the team as well, with 7:39 to go in the fourth quarter. And currently this quarter is going the polar opposite of the way that WKU would want it to go in about every category. La Tech smelling blood in the water. Kate Thompson at the high post, swings it out. Salma Bates, 20-footer on the way, lefty, no. Robertson, the putback. Abdelgawad stripped it from her as she went up. It is out of bounds. They say off La Tech. Brooke Storr furious, slams her fists on her thighs, comes up screaming at the referees. But the Tops get the break there. Storr still yelling saying there should have been a foul as well. That wasn't called either. The fourth quarter is a quarter of the way gone. 7.5 to go. Top still looking for points. They turn it over. Meade stolen by Nativi, rather. Nativi on the drive. Her bank shot falls. It's a 3-point game, 46-43. Fourth quarter is all Louisiana Tech. Greg Collins calls timeouts. Storr pumping her fists. The La Tech fans, of whom there are about 20 in the crowd, standing up and clapping for their team as they come off. And all of a sudden, we've got a game inside Diddle. 7:08 to go. Top's looking for points when we come back. It's 46-43 Western Kentucky on the Hilltopper Sports Network from Learfield. Inside EA Diddle Arena, it has turned into a ball game. Top's led by 11 going into the fourth quarter, but La Tech has scored all 8 points in this frame in the first 3 minutes, and it's 46-43 WKU. Top's looking for points. Macy Blevins gives up a three. Now Lexi Meade tries her luck. It's off the heel and rebounded by Salma Bates. La Tech can cut it to one or tie with a three. Kiana Walker once inside. Layup doesn't go. Kate Thompson's putback doesn't either. And Selma Kulo gets the rebound only to have it knocked out of her hands and off of her toe to give it back to La Tech. Two huge missed layups by Louisiana Tech, and it looked like the Tops would have possession, but Thompson with a key deflection. And now the Tops have to defend in the half court, still up by three. They don't check Robertson, who comes right to the right block, gets the pass, lays it up and in. 10-0 Lady Techsters in this fourth quarter. It's 46-45 Tops. We'll remind you, Louisiana Tech has only allowed 60 in 3 games this season. They are winning the stylistic battle. Meade, left wing three, bang! It's a South Central Bank three. South Central Bank, home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. Just what the doctor ordered. Alexis Meade with a big-time shot to put the Tops back up 49-45 as Walker penetrates and lays another one up and in. Kiana Walker starting to have her way. She's got 17. Robertson 12. Abdelgawad coast to coast. Her layup good. And Miru answers as La Tech caught napping. This is Miral Abdelgawad's money time right here. She has put the team on her back late in each of the last 3 games. All Lady Topper victories when she goes to the hole and finishes strong. 51-47 Lady Toppers. Thompson inside. Turnaround hook shot contested by Kulo. No good. Rebounded by Abdelgawad. And a foul over the back called on Kate Thompson. That's La Tech's first in the fourth quarter. And Thompson's second of the day. 5.5 to go in Diddle. As Alexis Meade brings it front court. She has 4 fouls. Hope Savory at the left wing. Back up top to Macy Blevins. She swings it back along to Hope. Left wing three on the way, and Savory bangs it in. 2 huge threes in succession for the Lady Toppers, and they lead it by 7 once again, 54-47. Big-time shot. Savory with a near steal. Walker, Bates to the corner. Nativi waits for it. Airballs a three way long. Wasn't close. And Abdelgawad catches it for the rebound. Miru to Meade to Blevins to the corner for Savory. Back and forth. Tops whipping it around. Bates deflects it. Inside to Kulo. Back up top. Lexi Meade on the drive. Kicks it back. Blevins getting it in the three-point party. You bet. Macy Blevins makes it 3 3-pointers, and the Tops have turned it into a double-digit lead at the snap of a finger and the blink of an eye. Timeout, Brooks Storr. It feels like moments ago I mentioned that when WKU scores, it comes in bunches. How about 3 triples at the most critical of junctures? 57-47 WKU. Fans, be sure to submit your questions for the Ask the Coach feature presented by JBK Network Consulting and Cisco Systems for the Greg Collins Coaches Show by going to WKUsports.com/askthecoach. JBK Network Consulting and Cisco Systems, a 29-year partnership in South Central Kentucky. JBK Network Consulting, we connect everything. 51st time these teams are playing one another, and every time it seems to be close. This is now the 6th game between these two I've called in 4 years. They have all been entertaining, and they've all had big runs from somebody at some point. In this case, it was La Tech with a 10-0 surge to open this fourth quarter. The Tops have answered with an 8-0 run, and they lead by 10 with 4:32 to go. Red towels are waving. Standing up and cheering has recommenced. They have 4.5 minutes to try to finish the deal and go to 2-0 in conference play. Top of the key, Robertson swings it to Walker. The two go-to players for Louisiana Tech have had great second halves, particularly fourth quarters. Lotte Sant, we haven't talked about her in a while, feeds it back to the post. Robertson almost blocked cleanly by Kulo. They get her for contact on the wrist. Second foul on Kulo, and the team's fourth. With this being a shooting foul, everything else will send the Techsters to the line. Robertson, first free throw perfect. Again, La Tech, the second best free throw shooting team in CUSA on the season. First one perfect, 57-48. Second one up, and swish as well, 57-49. WKU by 8. Press is on for La Tech. 3/4 court, Tops break it. Blevins at the right wing, may have walked with it. Sends a shovel pass back to the top of the key for Alexis Mead, who gestures with her left hand, pushing Miral Abdelgawad further into the paint. Under 4 to go. To the left wing, Savori, catch and shoot three, short-armed it, but Abdelgawad catches it along the near baseline. Savori passing it through, jumps into the air. She thought Selma Kulo was there. Kulo was maybe a half step off, and the two talk coming up the floor about who particularly missed who. 27 turnovers by the Tops today. They have forced 22. Been that kind of day. They still lead by 8. They have not trailed since being down 8-2 early in this ball game. Salma Bates, left wing three, in and out. La Tech 1 of 9 from distance. And now an over-the-back call against Lotte Sant. Her first, team second. And with 3:24 to go, WKU will have a chance to start icing this thing away. Operative word start. A lot of basketball to be played here. But points here to make it a double-digit lead would do wonders. Hope Savori left side. Abdelgawad wants it in the high post. Instead, Savori lobs it down to the low post for Meredith. Handoff, baseline jump shot by Selma Kulo. She hangs it in the air. It's perfect. 59-49. Tops by 10 with 3 minutes to go. Salma Bates, couple of crossover dribbles. Settles it down, back to Nativi along the baseline. Back pass, deep left wing three from 23 feet, in and out by Bates. Sant, the putback, blocked by Kulo, and tipped out to Savori. Selma Kulo doing a bit of everything today. Savori through traffic, maintains control, then loses it out of bounds. Kate Thompson re-enters. Hope Savori with 13 points today. A couple of Lady Topper fans wanted a tripping call. I just love the way Hope Savori plays. Fearless all the time, resilient all the time, just keeps going, no matter what. 2:35 to go. Tops by 10. Sylvia Nativi to the high post for Kate Thompson. Looks around, pivots all the way back. Nativi back to Thompson, trying to drive past Kulo. Throws a pass that I thought was deflected. Apparently not. The Stores, that's Brooke, as well as her assistant coach and husband, Scott Storr, both making the deflection sign. Nothing called. I thought there was one. I don't know how that pass took the angle that it did if it wasn't deflected. But the Tops will take it. Abdelgawad to Mead, right side. Comes inside the arc and has her pocket picked by Salma Bates. 10-point game, 2:05 to go. Lady Techsters are back in the situation of needing buckets. Kiana Walker trying to provide that. Trucks into Savori, but they say that Hope's feet were not set. And so Kiana will shoot free throws. MedCenter Health Primary Care invites you to check up on your health. Visit medcenterhealth.org/AWV to schedule your annual wellness visits today. As they attend to the floor once again, a little bit of condensation handled. 1:59 left on the clock, 59-49 WKU. Kiana Walker, long pause before her free throws. Due to that, we'll have the MedCenter Health post-game show to break this one down. Immediately following this contest, we'll hear from Greg Collins and our U.S. Bank Player of the Game. We'll take another look at Conference USA women's basketball scores, get you some finals from San Antonio and El Paso. As Walker hits the first free throw, gets La Tech the 50. Tops trying to match Marshall at 2-0 in CUSA's East Division. Walker waits, extends, does not hit the second free throw. Rebound, won by the Tops. 59-50 WKU, 1:53 to go. Pass deflected by Nativi, hung onto by Savory, now loose, and a foul called against whom? I think on La Tech. And it is Kiana Walker's second and the team's third. And Hope Savory will inbound it in front of the Tops bench. Both Greg Collins and Brooke Storr calling the plays, yelling out above the sudden hush over Diddle Arena. The head fake by Savory, and now the feed to the corner for Meredith, who is immediately fouled by Nativi. That's the freshman's second foul, team's fourth. So now if La Tech fouls it, will turn it into a free throw game, of which to this point the Texters have had 24 attempts and WKU just 4. 1:40 to go. They won't foul yet. They want to stop. Tops would love a bucket. 8 to shoot. Meade not getting any options. Has to dribble. Kicks it back. Abdelgawad thinks about a three. Now takes a dribble. Steps into another. Hits the heel. Rebound. Won by Selma Kulo. Hands it off to Meredith. Savory back up top. Miru. Greg Collins saying don't take a shot yet. Now Kulo shoots from the baseline. It's in and out. Meade with the jumping rebound. Lexi from nowhere. Up top, and the Tops can slow it down again. La Tech needs points, but they can't score if they don't have the ball. 1:05 to go. 8 on the shot clock for WKU. As we tick down to a minute to go inside Diddle. Abdelgawad accelerates. The layup falls. Off the window. What a possession for WKU. Kulo and Meade the rebounds. Abdelgawad the finish. Lee with the pull-up in the lane. No. Rebounded by Meredith. Tops basketball. 47 seconds to go. Just that long between them and a 2-0 start to the league season, in which last season WKU went 6-10, finished last in the East, but told everybody who would listen in the offseason that this season would not be like that. To the right side, Meredith for three. Dagger! Maya Meredith puts the icing on this one, 64-50 Western Kentucky, with 26 seconds to go. And the fans rise inside Diddle Arena. It looked like the Lady Texters had a last burst in them, but that burst belonged to the home team. Lee misses a triple. Miral Abdelgawad brings in the rebound, and she will dribble it out. Her 100th game as a Lady Topper will end with a big W on the red towel again. 64-50 as Abdelgawad plants the ball on the hardwood and high-fives Alexis Meade coming off the floor. Western Kentucky has done it. They are now 8-1 in their last 9 games, 9-4 overall in the season, and 2-0 in conference play. All smiles as they wave to the crowd, and they will take it. Not quite the same offensive output as they had the other night, 98 points in that one, 64 in this one, but they still get it done. They are only the 4th team all season to break 60 against the Lady Texters' stalwart defense. But just like Marshall, they do that and they get the win. We'll have our Med-Center Health post-game show coming up next. We'll talk to Greg Collins. We'll talk to our U.S. Bank player